What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thank you, everybody, for supporting. This video is entitled The Rich on the Outside Culture. I was listening to something actually on Instagram Young Jeezy was talking about, ironically. And he was like, money is just paper. Credit is just numbers. I'm just shortening it. He said, but if you got integrity, you got character, you treat people well, you're rich too. He said, there's a lot of people with a lot of paper and a lot of numbers that are terrible people. And I thought about that. It's a real statement. But furthermore, and it was weird because I got it on Instagram, where Instagram is used to post, you being rich on the outside or trying to do rich things or whatever, right? And a lot of people don't get it that no matter how much you have, you accumulate. If you empty on the inside, you empty on the inside. People, a year, 2 years ago brought up Robin Williams and his depression. With Dave Chappelle just talked about with Anthony Bourdain. And it reminds me that a lot of people really don't understand that possessions don't make you happy. When I was younger, I met a young lady. I was somewhat of a jerk on a date. So if you ever see this, I'm sorry. But the date became a turnoff because the young lady kept talking about stuff. Nothing wrong with it, but she's like, if I buy this car, I'm going to be happy. If I get these clothes, that's going to make me happy. If I purchase this, bag, I'm going to be happy. I got this and I didn't like it. After a couple of months, I gave it back because it didn't really make me as happy as I thought. And that, for me, started becoming irritating. So I'm like, who are you without the stuff? Because if you're rich on the outside, that's cool, but who are you without the stuff? And a lot of people want to accumulate the stuff and say this stuff is who I am. So you're walking around like a big billboard for multiple people, and your confidence is in your stuff. Your self-esteem is in your stuff. Your realness is actually in your stuff, because if you got all this stuff, then that makes you real. But then we don't ask the question, well, so without the stuff, what are you? And a lot of people don't want to dig into that. Because if you got money, cool. Who are you without the money, though? You can have the money and still ask the question, who are you without it? You don't know? You can have possessions. Who are you without the possessions? Because your money and your possessions don't go with you everywhere. Because for some of y'all, people don't understand that sometimes people who got it like that, they have to dress like this and blend in because they don't want to be noticed. So they blend in with their rich kinds at events that you can blend in, and there's no problem. Everybody got stuff, but who are you? Because a lot of us are poor on the inside. We treat people badly because they don't have the stuff. And at the same time, we might not have the stuff, but we disrespect them for not having the stuff that we, quote unquote, aspire to have and want. And even if you meet people who have the stuff, it might lean to you don't like them because they got the stuff and you don't. So now you hate them for having the stuff, and you hate people for not having the stuff. The only way you could be happy is you have stuff. So if you're rich on the outside now, the world is right. You're happy. To me, really don't make too much sense. And I remember years ago, my older cousin was well off. He bought his wife a Rolex. And she was like, but he just gave it to me like it was nothing. Like, just here's a bag, got a Rolex in it. She's like, I mean, you're not going to present it properly? And he's like, you like the watch, that's why I got the watch, but it's just a watch. And he likes, and ironically, he likes collecting watches. So a person who collects watch still looks at a watch as just a watch, even if it's a Rolex. And I remember him having multiple Rolexes. You know, now I'm talking about presidentials, Oyster Perpetuals, you know, those type. So, but where's the stuff now? He don't even know. But who is he without the stuff? Same person he was when we were kids. Who are the people I know who got stuff and then their egos went over the moon and now they don't have stuff anymore? And now what? Because a lot of times people's depression sets in and their anger sets in and their venom for people in life sets in because they're poor on the inside. You know, ironically, part of the hustler mentality is if I lose it all, I can get it back because I know how to hustle. So the hustle is on the inside, not the outside, right? But other people, they don't have that mentality. They just want stuff. You know, some people are shopaholics. And I've seen a lot of shopaholics just go into debt, you know, and be miserable until they can buy the next thing and go further into debt. But let me get to this part though. How rich are your relationships with people? Do people actually love you? Do people actually like you? Do people actually respect you? If people don't love you, if people don't like you, and if people don't respect you, is it normally a reflection on them or is it a reflection on you? Because even people who have great reputations, people are not going to love them, people are not going to like them, and people are not going to respect them. But if you sit them in a room with other people and a person who doesn't like them, love them, or respects them says something, if they're really a rich person in character, they're going to look at the person speaking, not the person that they're talking about. Because their reputation and their deeds precede them. So they're going to try to figure out, okay, what went wrong with y'all two, because this is not how this person operates. Everybody has the vast majority of people have a positive experience with this person. So where did this go wrong? Because everybody winds up getting a story of everybody starts at the same operating point with this person. It's not anything different. You know, are you rich when it comes to honesty? People say they're real, but how real are you? How real are you when things are good, and how real are you when things are bad? Because that's what people know. Like you're a real person and you're a rich person when you're still honest when things are good and bad. You're still you when things are good and bad. I think I talked about this. I'm not sure if I did or not. A friend of mine talks about energy. She's into energy. I'm not. It's not that I don't believe in it, but she's into how people's energies. I'm more into, you're going to have to make a choice whether you're going to be a positive or negative person. The energy in life is going to shift regardless. So I'm not going to flow with the direction of every, energetic change in life. I decided I'm gonna be on this path. I'm gonna go on this path, and I'm gonna go with the flow of that journey. But I'm gonna still be me along that journey. When things are bad, I'm gonna be me. When things are good, I'm gonna be me. If I'm rich, I'm gonna be me. If I'm poor, I'm gonna be me. You know. And this is why I'm saying this is because a lot of us we don't want to be ourselves. We want to reach a certain level of quote unquote success so we can be the image of ourselves. And guess what? You're just trying to be rich on the outside. And then when you don't have the stuff no more, you know, all of your inner self-worth goes crashing down. So that's what I think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.